If you look closely, this is kind of a bird with a mouse's tail. That is just a wonderful example of folk art. Then you've got this, some kind of a bug's head on a chicken's body. Truly a work of art. Hey, welcome to Little Hull Homestead on a nice wintry day. A little light snow falling. Thought you'd take you along on my chores and show you my two little finds. My little yard art find. Someone was giving these away, if you can believe it. I don't know what that is. Some kind of a bird with a mouse's tail out of an old bike fork. That's what I'm going with. And that looks like some kind of a little plowshare or something. Heck if I know. But this little guy here, this is, I'm thinking half bug, half chicken. So anyway, we're gonna go put these in the hollow. My family makes fun of me for having these, but they're unique, just like me. So let's go do some chores and I'll video as I ramble. Been asked a lot about chickens, you know, what are the best kind of chickens, what kind of chickens I like. So today we're just gonna kind of go through the chickens that I like, give you my recommendations on what they're good for, the positives and negatives from the different breeds and the ones I've raised over the years. So let's get going, we'll start doing our chores. Still haven't found anybody that's willing to shovel these stairs for me. So as we start talking about chickens and breeds of chickens that I like, number one for me is the Orpingtons. I've always gone to the buff Orpingtons. The nice thing about Orpingtons is you can get them in lots of different colors. There's kind of a blue grayish kind of Orpington. I think they're called blue Orpingtons that are really beautiful birds. I've always had buffs. They were my go-to. The reason I like the buff Orpingtons, in this climate, as you can tell, chickens that have a big long comb. Let me set my little buddy down here for a minute. Chickens that have a big long comb are more prone to frostbite. So in my climate, I need a more cold hardy bird with a shorter comb, so that doesn't happen to them. I've had it happen before. Actually, I did have it happen to a buff Orpington a couple of years ago. They just lost a couple of nubs on their combs. But generally, the shorter combs, they're less prone to frostbite. In a warmer climate, you want chickens with big, long combs because that's how chickens sweat. They get rid of their body heat through their combs. Kind of a weird little fact, but like Leghorns and breeds that have big, long, floppy combs, they do better in the warm climates. So as you hear my personal favorites for chickens, you're going to notice most of them are dual breed chickens. In fact, all of them are dual breed chickens. So they're bred for meat and eggs. You can use them for either. They're going to be cold hardy, and they're going to have, I like a lot of variety in my egg basket. So I like, you know, the green eggs, the blue eggs, brown eggs, dark brown eggs, cream eggs, those kind of things. So that's what I look for when I start looking at chickens. So the buff Orpingtons, going back to those, not only are they cold hardy, but they're really good egg layers. I think the ratio is like up to 250 eggs a year, which is pretty good for a dual breed chicken. You can always eat them, use them for meat as well. I generally don't buy dual purpose birds just for meat. I'll buy the Cornish cross, raise those for meat. Then after my hens reach their life cycle, I tend to just post them for free for people to come get them to use them for stewing hens. I tend to get attached to my laying hens. My wife is nodding, yep, I do. I don't have it in me to butcher my own laying hens that I've become friends with. So anyway, so that's the buff Orpingtons. They're probably my number one. I'm always going to have a buff Orpington in my flock somewhere, and maybe a blue Orpington. They have white Orpingtons, tons of different varieties. So number one is Orpingtons. Let's go find a home for my new little buddies. Oh, turn around. There's some quail. Looks like we got a little flock of quail moving in. Oh, there's another one. Okay, back to important projects. So this is where this mouse bird is going to live. Now my bug chicken is going to go up on top of the hen house. You can see my little shelter for the chickens is still working great. They're not coming out here in the snow, but they are getting access to their feed and water. Okay, that's it. Watch out, man, nuts. All right, that's not gonna work. We'll put him right there for now. I may have to secure him to the tree at some point. He'll be my scare bug chicken. He'll scare predators away.